Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a shit show. That man Isayama, that man's a savage, bro. He is laughing his ass to the bank right now, bro. He is hearing the cries and tears of millions of people, and he doesn't give a fuck, bro. Man, that ending, like, I just want to get this out the way. I'm not a hardcore Attack on Titan fan, and not in the slightest. I watched season 1, I love season 1 when it came out. I was like in fucking middle school when it came out, and season 2 took like 10,000 years to come out, and I just didn't watch it. I watched like episode 1, and I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing this. And it's not because Attack on Titan's a bad story. Attack on Titan was a great story. Great characters, great writing. Isayama knew what the hell he was doing. Well, until Isayama knew what he was doing in terms of character writing, in terms of story writing. Just everything just seemed, well written. And then chapter 139 happened. Now, chapter 139 pissed a lot of people off. And I mean a lot of people off. Like, niggas are hot right now, bro. Bro, niggas are hot right now. And honestly, understandably. And I think the biggest thing that was blowing people was that the fact that Aaron's character, the character that has been built for 100 plus chapters now, was kind of just ruined before their eyes. And like how Aaron was talking about how everyone's a slave and he's the only one that's free, but technically he was a slave to destiny the entire time. Like, he's being the world's biggest fucking hypocrite, because he's like, you're all slaves, you're all slaves to this, all slaves to that, but he was like a slave to destiny or whatever, or fate, or whatever the fuck, or to Ymir or whatever. I don't know. And then with the whole King Fritz situation, I didn't really get the point there. Like, I know someone can explain it to me. Like, I don't know what the point of that was, saying like she loved him the entire time, which honestly makes no fucking sense. There's no indication of that was like shown, I guess. And like, I guess the only indication that was ever shown is when she like saved him from being shot at or whatever. I forgot what happened, but other than that, there was really like nothing that was explained, like in terms of that. I kind of did have a feeling the entire time, not gonna lie, that Aaron did have some sort of feelings for Mikasa. Like that honestly kind of just seemed obvious to me the entire time. I thought it would make sense. So they got like this tragic fucking romance going on, and it was Mikasa who was the main character the entire time. You thought it was Aaron, but I guess Mikasa is actually the true fate bringer, because Mikasa is God now, because she decides everything. I don't know. I just felt when I was looking at the chapter, I just felt like, wow, you really butchered Aaron's character, man. And he was talking about like, he didn't have a choice or whatever, and I don't know if he actually didn't have a choice, but I'm like, there's several fucking things that you could have done if you didn't want this to end like this, but whatever. And I don't know, it's just, when reading the chapter, it really just seemed like nothing made sense, And I think that's why people were the most upset, is because nothing really did make sense in terms of the story. There was a lot to be desired. And let me get this out the way. I don't care if a manga or story or whatever ends sad or happy. I don't care if they kill off the favorite characters. I don't care. As long as you do it with consistently good writing, you can kill off whatever character you want to, because it's still a good story. It's still a great story. You kill a character, whatever, that's fine. Like, I wasn't high up on Sasha. Like, when Sasha died, I didn't fucking care. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't as high on this series as everyone else was. It's a great series, don't get me fucking wrong. It's 8, 9, 10 out of 10, whatever. And I'm not saying you have to necessarily explain everything in your story that you've introduced, but I think it makes sense to, I don't know, explain a lot of the concepts you've introduced within a story than to just leave them up to fucking fan interpretation. Like, there's plenty of stories that ended with just, leave it up to fan interpretation, leave it up to how the fans think it's gonna be, leave it up to whatever, But in this case, I feel like there's just a lot to be desired, because Aaron left the world in fucking disarray. Oh man, he had a lot to bear on his shoulders. I'm like, bro, he massacred a lot of people. Like, he destroyed the lives of many people and many people's families. And I don't know, it just, a lot didn't make sense, especially with Aaron's character. I feel like Aaron's character was the biggest like butcher, and then especially with the whole thing with Ymir, I just didn't really understand that. And there's just a lot of it's just a lot. Like, there's just a lot. I understand why people are upset, and then I can understand if you're happy. Like, if you just I understand, maybe people got the ships they wanted, people got the whatever they wanted. I don't know. Isayama doesn't strike me as a person that tries to make people happy. He doesn't really give a fuck, honestly. Like that. Isayama's a damn goat. Like honestly, bro. Like he doesn't care, bro. Like if you're crying, if you come crying to Isayama's door, bitching and moaning, he's gonna close the door and then he's gonna piss on you through the door. I don't know how that makes sense, but it does. But yeah, honestly, with this series, I can't even say it was a fun ride because I didn't stick with the series the entire time. Like there's a lot of chapters I didn't read that I have to read still. But honestly, I don't feel motivated or compelled to. But for the most part, I know how the entire story goes. Like I watch videos on it. I read it myself sometimes. There's just only a couple chapters I haven't read. And I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. 10 chapters back, 5 chapters back, I was asking, bro, how is Isayama gonna end this? Like, how is he gonna? I can't really see any good conclusion from like you can get from this. And I didn't doubt Isayama. I'm like, Isayama's a good writer. He could do this. He could end this. He could end this in a good way, and have it leave fans happy. But I guess that's not Isayama's goal at the end of the day. It's not leave fans happy. It's as when you're a writer, you make yourself happy. You write for yourself, right? And if this the ending that's Isayama is happy with, it's the ending he's happy with. At least Aaron's a fucking bird now. I don't know. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.